Welcome back, grade 12s. Yes, you're with Ashraf Patel, and we're looking at our topic today, debtors reconciliation and creditors reconciliation. Now, something interesting that I need to discuss with you guys, and that is the age analysis. What do you think this is about? Obviously, your debtors represent the amounts that are owed to us. Now, what is important is that we need to collect that money from our debtors on a regular basis. And remember, as the age of the debt increases, so that the recoverability becomes less. What am I saying? I'm saying that if a debtor owes you money for a long time, it becomes more difficult for you to recoup and to get that money back from that debtor. So therefore, as part of your entire section on debtors and creditors, an important component is the age analysis of a debtor. Let's look at this here. Remember, the very first time when you're selling goods to a person on credit, there are certain checks and balances that you need to put into place. As part of your credit policy, and also in terms of the law, in terms of the National Credit Act, there are certain things that have to be complied with. So therefore, it is your responsibility, as in the business. It is our responsibility to ensure that when we're dealing with our debtors, that we're keeping a record of our debtors at all times. And in this way, we know exactly who owes us how much at what time. Because what's going to happen is if the debtor's account ages, in other words, not the debtor getting old, but his debt is getting old, then it's going to be very difficult for us to get that money back. And then what's going to happen is eventually we're going to have to write off this account as irrecoverable, as a bad debt. You've dealt with this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so therefore, as part of our process of internal control, this concept of the age analysis of debtors is very, very important. Have a look at this. This is an example of an age analysis for you. We are Shahid's traders. We have a debtors age analysis. We've listed our debtors here. You can see all our debtors. Okay? You can see the amounts that are due by our debtors, right? You can also see what is current. You can see what is outstanding for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Clearly from this year, you are able to elicit information which makes it easier for you to communicate with your debtors and to get the money that is due to you. Okay, now, what do we use an age analysis for? Why do we prepare it? Just because we want to give the person more work to do? Certainly not. It is used for the following. Watch this, guys. We send out statements on a regular basis. Remember, you have to inform your debtors. They need to know how much they are owing. And therefore, we send out statements on a regular basis. That's where the age analysis will assist you. And all of this is used by the Credit Control Department. You can use it to determine your bad debts, because from it you can see who's outstanding for such a long time, whose debt is old, and the possibilities that we may not receive our money. So therefore, we can determine our bad debts. And then, it can also assist us in working out our provision for bad debts. Let me explain this provision for bad debts. Remember, in accounting, one of the principles that we comply with is the prudent concept. Now, the prudence concept is not the prudence who's sitting in your classroom, but it is the concept that deals with us to be careful. Now, we can see why we have to be careful. We can charge interest on outstanding accounts. We can encourage debtors to pay accounts promptly. Remember the carrot and the stick? Yes, dangle a carrot, offer discounts, use a stick, charge interest on those overdue accounts. How do we encourage this to happen? We offer discounts, like I alluded to earlier on, or if that does not work, charge interest on overdue accounts. And that's obviously you can look at other reasons why we can use how the age analysis can be used in a business. Okay, so now you've seen a very important concept, the concept of the age analysis. Make sure you understand it. Work through questions where questions are asked on the age analysis so you are able to answer it. Stay with us because we're coming to the final segment. Yes, and again, watch the excitement because we're going to do interesting stuff that will definitely make your task easier at the end of the year. Don't go away. We'll be back in a while.